Well, well, well. Looks like we have some more news about Scarlet and Violet's DLC, so it looks like there's a lot to talk about in regards to the news that we saw. So I'm going to start up with this. So it looks like the Animal Trio are getting an ability called Toxic Chain, and what it does is it may cause the opponent to be badly poisoned when the user hits them with the move. So it's basically a modified version of Poison Touch, except that the opponent gets badly poisoned. And with that being said, are we under the impression that those three will be poison types? I mean, they don't look like poison type Pokemon to me, especially Pheasantipity. Well, GameFreak is best known for their surprises, so I guess we're going to be in for some surprises somewhere down the road. So yeah, I said that Toxic Chain is basically a modified version of Poison Touch. We don't really see that ability too much. I mean, if you were to see that ability, then you would see that on Poison type Pokemon. Well, except maybe for Seismitoad, since it's not a Poison type. So does that mean Seismitoad is based off of a Poison Dart Frog? I did look this up, and it turns out that's not the case. I guess I was thinking of either a Croagunk or a Toxic Croak, or both. But anyway, the point is, to me, it's kind of awkward seeing the Animal Trio with an ability like Toxic Chain, because, yeah, it looks to me like only Poison-type Pokemon get an ability that involves indirectly poisoning the opposing Pokemon. When I first read about Toxic Chain, it kind of reminded me of Poison Point for a bit, but then I took a look at its description, and yeah, it turns out it's basically a modified version of Poison Touch. So there's that. Okay, there's some Pokemon that are going to be returning in the DLC, and some of them include Gligar, Vulpix, and Apom. Okay, it seems to me that a lot of people are excited about that, especially Vulpix, since we can now get access again to Drought Vulpix. Okay, does that mean we can also get access to Alolan Vulpix and its hidden abilities No Warning? Because I do hear that a lot of people like Drought Vulpix, but they also love Alolan Vulpix with No Warning as well, myself included. If so, then I guess that would be great. I do remember trying to find an Alolan Vulpix with Snow Warning back in Ultra Sun, or was it Ultra Moon? One of those two games. Oh gee, what a sore head. And yeah, it did take me an hour to find an Alolan Vulpix with Snow Warning, but it was well worth it because I eventually managed to find it. Okay, over here we have a nurse, so that means you don't have to go all the way back to Slacedown Town just to heal, because there's a nurse right there. Actually, I did go back to Slacedown Town off screen because I want to buy some more Pokeballs, just in case I want to capture something else, like say another unexpected shining, just like in the last part. But the chance of that happening is very minimal. Okay, this double battle. The reason why I just put Honchkrow and Gastrodon in my first and second slot is because, well, the Pokemon I'm going to be faced with, well, let's just say Lucario was not going to do well against the Pokemon that I'm going to be facing, so Honchkrow and Gastrodon it is. Okay, there are some other Pokemon that are going to be appearing in the DLC of Scarlet and Violet, but I don't think I can name all of them off the top of my head at the moment. But I'll tell you one thing. The move Scald is going to come back in Scarlet and Violet. Gee, I didn't even notice that that move wasn't in Scarlet and Violet to begin with. Well, I don't use that move very much. Well, you just saw me click on Scald just now. But yeah, I'm usually more of a Surf person than a Scald person. I mean, I know Scald has a 30% chance at burning, but yeah, I don't usually use Scald all that much. Okay, the Intimidating Attack Drop might be a huge issue for Honchkrow, but hopefully Honchkrow can still do well in this battle. Okay, I don't think that Gliscor is going to survive a Scald, since I'm, let's see, I think I'm 18 levels ahead of this thing, so yeah, I don't think it's going to survive. Okay, yeah, I figured as much. Okay, the Pokemon that these people are going to be using, yeah, I think Honchkrow and Gastrodon are pretty fit to handle them. Okay, there is a Terrorblade battle event involving a Gimmingool that can range from 1 to 5 stars, and if you're lucky, it could possibly be a shiny. And that event started on June 21st and it'll end on July 2nd. I don't think I'm going to play around with that Gimmingool event since, well, yeah, it is good to have a Gimmingool, but trying to evolve it, yeah, that is the hard part since you have to collect 999 Gimmingool coins, so that way you can evolve it into Golden Go. Yeah, I managed to do that in the past, but yeah, it wasn't easy, I can tell you that much. Okay, good thing that Ice Fang didn't freeze Honchkrow, otherwise I would probably have to switch to something else, and I'm not really sure what Pokemon I would send out in this battle. Okay, looks like that poison is going to take down Gyarados at the end of this turn. Okay, is it? Alright, there we go. I was scared for a second that maybe it would survive in the red, but good thing that's not the case. So yeah, I'm not going to partake in this Gimmickle event since, well, I could try my luck in hopes of getting a shiny Gimmickle, but the chance of that happening is pretty minimal. Oh, Ampharos. In this game only, Ampharos is actually Electric Dragon, and this is so because, well, that's the typing of its Mecha Evolution, so yeah, that's why Ampharos has Electric Dragon as its typing. But even then, Mecha Ampharos is a pretty slow Pokemon. For a second I thought Ampharos launched that Thunder Punch. Okay, I was actually scared because I thought Honchkrow was going to go down, but turns out that's not the case. Okay, good thing I'm faster than this Ampharos because it looks like it could do a number on Honchkrow. And down it goes. Okay, crisis averted. I mean, I have used Ampharos in the past, and, well, I don't really use it anymore, especially its Mega Evolved form, since it is pretty slow, as you just saw just a few seconds ago. I think I better use Roost because, yeah, given the fact that that Thunder Punch from Typhlosion really hurts, I might as well have Honchkrow gain some HP back, and besides, during this turn, that means Honchkrow is not going to be a Flying type, since Roost gets rid of your Flying type for the turn. Okay, so I'm going to take neutral damage from this Thunder Punch, and what is Ursaring going to do? Oh, Thrash? Okay, that's going to hurt, since Ursaring hits kind of hard. But I did raise Gastron's defenses for a very good reason, so that way it can take hits like that. Okay, that Skull is going to take down Typhlosion. And I'm not really sure how much damage Ursaring is going to take from Night Slash, but whatever the damage may be, hopefully my Pokemon don't take a lot of damage from Thrash, because yeah, Thrash is going to hurt a lot. Okay, let's go with Scald. Why not? Okay, I still have the Scope Lens attached to Honchkrow, so maybe Night Slash will do critical hits. Okay, I guess not. Okay, good thing I used Roost, because, yeah, that Thrash is really going to hurt. Oh, yeah, that was a lot of damage. Okay, and hopefully this Skull takes down the last of Ursaring's HP. And down it goes. Looks to me like people tend to have a little bit of trouble with this double battle. I'm not really sure if I really had any trouble with this double battle years ago. If so, then maybe I forgot about it already. But as for this route in general, yeah, it looks to me like people have trouble with this route, but yeah, as for me, I don't think I had any trouble with this route at all. Well, actually, technically, I don't think that's entirely true because, yeah, as I said in the last video, when I was a kid and I played Diamond, I had no idea where the HF or defog was, so I got through this route while the fog was in play, and yeah, it was absolutely awful. Okay, moving on to something else. Last video, I was talking a little bit about how Pokemon from Legends Arceus are transferable to Scarlet and Violet, but I don't think I was done talking about that yet, so I'm just going to come back to that. So there's Ursaluna, and well, I don't think it needs any introduction. It's really bulky, it hits pretty hard, and it can hit even harder if you trigger its Guts ability. It's just really slow. Well, I guess that's normal for something that's pretty bulky and it's hard. I mean, there are other Pokemon out there that have that kind of combination. I don't think I can name any off the top of my head at the moment. Oh, Icy Wind? Okay, I don't think that's going to matter all that much, since I'm pretty sure I'm still going to be faster than this Politoed anyway. So yeah, anyway, 140 in attack, yeah, that is a pretty high attack stat for Ursaluna. In fact, I believe there's another Pokemon out there with that kind of attack stat, as well as the ability Guts, and that Pokemon is Conkeldurr. Well, even then, it's pretty slow, just like Ursaluna is, but then again, Ursaluna's speed is slightly higher than Conkeldurr's, but not by that much. I mean, I believe Ursaluna's base speed is 50, whereas Conkeldurr's base speed is 45, but the difference in their speed doesn't matter that much, since they're both pretty slow anyway. Oh yeah, I know I was going to say, no, I said I was going to train up Lucario, but given the fact that I'm going to the water routes a little bit later, I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of opportunities to train up Honchkrow, so yeah, I might as well give Honchkrow some experience right now, so that way it doesn't fall behind in terms of levels. But as for Lucario, well, later on I'll be headed to Cannon Lake City, and Lucario is bound to gain some levels there, so yeah, it's all good. Okay, since the rain is in play, I might as well have Gastrodon do some fighting, since Scald is going to get powered up. Oh yeah, so Lucario is still holding the Lucky Egg, so that way it can get a lot of experience points, so that way it won't fall behind in terms of levels. Oh, what? Mega Horn? Uh, that kind of reminds me of something. For the longest time, I was so sure that Pinsir was able to learn Mega Horn, but turns out that was never the case. I don't know why, but I feel as though I've seen that somewhere. Not here, but in a different game. So I was thinking, isn't Mega Horn supposed to be an egg move for Pinsir? But turns out that was never the case. And it's still not the case as of today. And I wonder why that's so. I mean, yeah, it has two horns, so that means it should be able to use Mega Horn, right? But yeah, it turns out that is not the case, and I don't know if it'll ever be the case. Oh shit, Giga Drain? Okay, I never used Zatu in my entire life, so I had no idea that this thing could learn Giga Drain. I mean, the most unexpected moves that I know that Zatu can learn are, let's see, there's Drill Peck, Me First, and, well, I guess that's pretty much it. Yeah, that pretty much shows you how much I know about Zatu. Well, that Giga Drain was non-stab, so yeah, it didn't really do a whole lot to Gastrodon. Okay, Gastrodon gains a level, that's good. So yeah, a whole lot of surprises in this route. Well, I gotta be careful so that way I don't get my ass kicked on the way to Sussex Town. Okay, I'm just going to go back to that nurse so that way I could heal up and not be in danger of losing any of my Pokemon. Okay, I'm gonna get on my bike now since there's going to be some bike paths in the area, so yeah, I might as well get on my bike so that way I can get to this area. Yes, I knew this trader was here because, well, I played the Generation 4 games a lot, especially Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, so yeah, I'm used to the fact that this ninja boy was in the area. Okay, back to Ursaluna for a second. About its move pool, I have to say, I'm kind of surprised at the moves that it can learn, such as the Elemental Punches as well as Drain Punch. I mean, it's a quadruped, and yeah, to me, it feels strange that a four-legged Pokemon is able to use punching moves. Well, then again, I guess we live in a world today where there are a lot of four-legged Pokemon out there that we never thought could learn certain moves, like, say, Close Combat. There are two Pokemon that I'm thinking of that are capable of learning this move, and those two are Arcanine and Mudsail. Okay, that kid just said something about how there was a ninja gym leader in a faraway region. Is he talking about Koka? Well, actually, maybe not, because Koka has been promoted to being an Elite Four member, so he must be talking about Janine. Oh yes, this Dragon Tamer here. I don't know if you noticed, but there was a rock climber wall near where Ace Trainer Ernest was. Yeah, if you go down that rock climber wall, there's actually another rock climber wall to the right, and if you go up that rock climber wall, then you would fight Dragon Tamer Patrick over here. But looks like he's been relocated over here. I'm not really sure why. I guess maybe Dragon wanted us to fight this guy and get it over with. Okay, rough skin on Goodbite. Well, yeah, I guess it's to be expected since looks to be like, well, I don't know if Sandvale Garchomp has been banned. If so, then I guess it's for a very good reason. That thing hits pretty hard. Okay, might as well have Lucario gain some action over here since odds are this guy is going to have nothing but Dragon-type Pokemon. So I think it's only fitting that Lucario gets some action right now. Okay, the reason why I mentioned Close Combat just a few seconds ago is because, well, I believe Close Combat is supposed to be an egg move for both Arcanine and Mudsail, so that's why I mentioned it. But still, seeing someone like Ursaluna use the Elemental Punches as well as Drain Punch, yeah, to me, I find that to be pretty strange. Well, actually, I guess it's a blessing that Ursaluna gets Drain Punch because after all, it can recover health, so that means it's going to be pretty hard to take down thanks to the fact that Ursaluna has 130 in HP. Oh, high jump kick? Well, I'm going to pass on that since I prefer Aura Spheres, so yeah, no thanks. Okay, what else does this guy have? Okay, am I down to his last Pokemon? Okay, yes I am. Did I ever use Ursaluna? Well, technically I did, but not for battling purposes. I used it to sniff out some hidden items. But I'll tell you one thing. I did manage to capture an Alpha Ursaring in Legends Arceus. I'll tell you one thing. It was not easy to do, especially if you were being hounded by other Pokemon, and also trying to protect yourself so that way you don't get mauled to death by the Alpha Ursaring. But in the end, I managed to capture it. Okay, over here we have the TM for Hurricane. I'm not really sure what TM88 was in the original games. I kind of forgot at this point. I want to say Natural Gift, but I don't think that's the case. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. So next time, more of Route 210, and hopefully we'll make it to Sussex Town. See you then.